Thank you so much, that was wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem sung by Leonie Thompson, backed with the Queensland Symphony Orchestra, and the American National Anthem with Sergeant Lorelei Smith.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome to Darwin Football Stadium. It's game 2 of Forces Football. Australian Navy, the RAN Navy FFA taking on the US Marines. If you've just joined us, it was the Navy that took out the women's fixture 5-1. An entertaining game, had everything.
Once again, thank you to the Youth Mill Performing Arts Company that welcomes
And
the country, and of course Sergeant.
Currently, it is the Navy that hold the biscuits, so to speak, the cookies, over the Marine counterparts. Last 2 years they have won this fixture, so there's plenty in the stadium right now that are hoping for a change of fortunes from the Navy, from the Marines' perspective. And Sarah, our great ground announcer, just gave us some insight into history. Last time they played in 2004, there was only 20 members, 20 players left on the park. It was a bit spicy by the sounds of things. 2 red cards, and the Navy just managed to hold it out. There's Jessie Pinto, a significant fixture in local football here in the top end, plays for the Hellenic clubs. Also the former captain of Timor-Leste, played it for Australia at under-17s level as well. Spent some time at the Newcastle Jets, especially in his youth career. As the two teams come together, and it looks like it is the same referee, is it? Yes, it is. Or maybe not. No, it is not. It's a different referee. I'm getting confused. We love our men and women in the officialdom. Without them, we have no game. Whether it be football, whether it be rugby, hockey, AFL, whatever that is, the games don't go on without the men and women in the middle of the park that volunteer themselves to put the whistle to their lips. And this game, or these games I should say, this tournament, Forces Football, would be going ahead if it wasn't for the fantastic support, as you see on screen, for those sponsors that make this all happen.
We do promise you an outstanding match here. Let's do a crowd test. Can we hear it for the Marines?
Plenty in the house for the Marines, hoping to see a good game from them. The Navy side just having their last minute chat. Currently hold this one from last year for 2 years in a row, looking to go 3 in a row. There's a big crowd in the house. They're hoping for a good competitive clash. Grant Clifford will get us underway for Navy. There's a referee, just checks with the keepers. And we're underway. Game 2 for Forces Football. Jessie Pinto, the captain for the Navy. Touch over the top. This game should be frenetic and physical, just the way we like our football, especially in the top end. With the gloves on tonight for the Navy side, Brad Stout.
No, the little switch behind it, right behind it. No, right behind that button that you were just pressing.
In the middle of the park.
Closer to you. Yeah.
Challenge on the ball. First opportunity now for Navy. Well dealt with the back. That hurt him too. Cesar Martinez. Oh, I apologise. We've only got these team lists in really late. Haven't had an opportunity to confirm pronunciations. Martinez. I might just call him Cesar, the number 3. Looks like he's a significant defender down back for the Marine side. And we've got our first corner kick of the game. Here we go, first corner kick. Not much on there, the bicycle shot. Went wide, keeper didn't get involved in that. Tried something fancy early up, I like that. Went wide. In the between the posts for the Marines team tonight, James Liggins, number 1. And we actually have a single namer. I like a single namer for the Marines. Finkel and 21. As mentioned, many of these players will know each other. Joint forces work together quite a bit, especially in the top end. That'll be the skipper for the Navy side, Jesse Pinto. Free kick inside the box. Doesn't get a lot on that one. Oh, big challenge from the keeper. Came right off his line and out of his box. Threw everything at that one. Pinto again. I believe he's leading seaman, Pinto. Good ball in here. Navy ducks inside. Needs some support. Challenged in the box. Dealt with well. A few players losing feet. Tom Hewitt, the 7 for Navy. He doesn't like it, but it will be a Marines ball. Plenty going on. We had quite a few Marines behind the right goal for the women's game, and it looks like they've all gone and parked themselves in the stands. And they are loud and boisterous, and they've even given this to the keeper. James Liggins got to take this one, so throwing caution to the wind. They'll have to get back quick. At the back, Brad Stout will clean that up well.
We're back.
Playing with it, middle of the park. A lot of aerial ball at the moment, falls well. Couldn't do much with that. Eli Younes. Again, physical football here. Playing with that, Francesco goes inside, can't find the through ball. Out wide now, crashing down. Johan, the 23. And the referee will call that back. Thanks for joining us wherever you might be watching, especially those friends across the Pacific. If you just joined us, the women, it was the Navy that took that at 5-1. A lot of aerial ball at the moment, playing a bit of ping pong. Goes over the back, just heads it down. Got good purchase on that. Don't have a 44 on my list though, unfortunately. in the middle of the park. It's been a frantic start. A lot of clean ball from either side. Adrian Neves now calling for his team up the park. Goes long, just outside the box. Headed away. Foot race, won't make it, but it will be a Navy. No, it will be a Marines ball. Christian Alvarez. There's plenty going on in the stands at the moment. They want a quick throw in. Just getting to that. We'll deal with it easily. It will be another Marines ball. Deep inside Navy territory. Great night for it. Friday night at the top end. Julian Badillo for the Marines. Launches it up. Area ball just out the front of the box. No one can get purchase on that. Tries to turn on a dime there. The ball still in contest. Go down the close edge. Foot race. All dealt with in the end, but Navy might be able to retake this one. Just needs some support. Just holds it up. We'll go backwards. Testing ball. They almost fell at each other. I'm not sure what the referee's called there, but he has gone down a bit. Not a bit, a lot. Adrian Neves just copped one in the ankle, I think, there. Wanted to have a chat, a vigorous chat with the referee. Oh, yep. Well, you get a free kick for that one. Oh, his teammates landed on him. Oh, Drain Cabralello. Again, I'm probably butchering these names. Got this team sheet late. Apologies, but it is a Marines ball. Frenetic start in this second game. Launches to the edge of the box. No one home for Marines. They still want to have a go. Shot from outside. Well dealt with by the keeper. Stout did the right place at the right time. Not enough pepper on that one to break the line. Gone the first 10. It's been frenetic. No real chances. And not a lot of clean possession either. Playing with had the ball at the back. Liggins tries to find an opportunity. Can't get one. Navy should go again. Over the top. That's a good ball. Running onto it. On that far edge. They support inside the box. Chips it up. Well dealt with by Liggins. They want to counter-attack quickly, but they're not given any space to do so out that far edge. Good toe on that one, but again at the back, that'll be cleaned up. William Ether. They want to go quick as well. Matthew Parry now. Not playing a lot of possession football at the moment. Fast and frenetic in the trenches. Play goes down, a bit of afters. He wants to, Dom Hewitt wants to have a chat. Is this going to be yellow? No, it won't be a yellow. Again, I'm pretty sure a lot of these players know each other. Yes, that's a good old hip and shoulder. He must be watching a bit of Australian football. Nothing wrong with that. Make him earn it. We like a bit of that action. So, Navy launch it inside the box and well dealt with by Liggins again. So the game seems to have just tempered itself just a little bit in the last 2 minutes or so. Opportunity now for Marines. It is a foot race and he is fast down that close edge. Willie Mather closed that down pretty quickly. Get a shot of someone's head, that's fine. Big crowd in tonight. Great to see on a Friday night at the top end. 1-2, again, plenty of physical pressure. Marines playing a high push defensive game. Trying to lock Navy in their own end, hoping for a mistake. Here it comes. Couldn't get the cross in though. They'll get a second opportunity. Johan, 23. for the Marines. And a good chat to some of possibly some of these gentlemen when I was at the airport earlier this week. Of course, many of them on continual rotation, so might not spend a whole lot of time here. Marines now, great through ball, just a little bit too much. And that far edge puts the afterburners on. Just has to hold up. Wait for the cavalry. Come back and try and reset. Just tried to play that through. In the end, there's no one there. It'll be cleaned up by Liggins again. Been called on a few times the last few minutes. Great tradition, Forces football. And Grant Clifford of the 11 for the Navy, just having a chat with the Marine keeper. A lot of aerial ball, as we saw in the women's game. They'll be played back, and again Liggins brought that back into the box. They left it. No, he's picked it up. No real chances thus far. A lot of contest in the middle of the park. There's a good through ball. Can't get through though. It's going to get cleaned up. Coming bashing through. Aiden Ben. Not much on that. Almost came to fruition. The ball landed at the feet. He wasn't expecting it. And he didn't get the purchase he wanted on it. First real attempt, real shot in anger. Resulted in a not the greatest cross. Just see the end of it there. And in fact, he didn't get a boot on it at all. And then Adrian Bent's come through and launched that into the stratosphere. So Liggins will clean that up at the back. So not great structure at all, actually, from the Navy team. Liggins just asking his no, he's got to have a chat with the ref. Ref's got something to say. A lot of Bronx cheers from the stands. I like it. Goes out to the close edge, and it's going to go over the line. Risky ball. Well dealt with by the Marines in the middle of the park. Tries to spin and play. Didn't quite get the connection he wanted. Navy get an opportunity to relaunch here. Or do they? Again, not a lot of possession ball. It's through here. He needs some opportunity. Keeper did well. Committed himself. It will be a corner. Had to come out. Put his body on the line. Clifford. Oh, thought about having the strike. It would have taken a fair bit of the face of the keeper. But I think this is the first corner of the game. Again, you can see a great crowd in tonight at the Darwin Footy Stadium. Cross goes wide. Keeper made to do a little bit of work. So the cross again. Just went wide. Played with on the out, but coming a fair way back. Couldn't really put the force he needed to into that one. And the Marines, what can they do? Can they mount a challenge? Reminder, if you've just joined us, it was the Navy women. It was around Navy women that took out game number 1. Strong performance in the second half. It was an own goal. that separated the two at the break, but a strong second half performance. So 5 goals scored in the second half. And the Navy taking the points 5 goals to 1 to maintain their winning streak in this tournament. 3 games in a row, and their male counterparts are trying to do the same here. Very physical game. Not all a clean possession. That'll head it down. Swung at it. Straight into a Navy defender. And he's got to go collect his own ball. Plenty happening in the top end. Of course, we had Cracker Night earlier this week. Got to experience my first Cracker Night, and it was Cracker. Territory Day. And then on Sunday, we've got Deadly Cup across the road. Great celebration of First Nations culture. And today, a great celebration of culture between the ADF and US forces. Long, century-long history almost of working together, friends and forces, but enemies when it comes to on the grass. Crosses that in, that's a great cross to keep it in really well at the back. Had to backtrack, did exceptionally well. This was a really good cross in. Keeper had to track right back on that and launched at it. Just collected ahead, I think. Just Jesse just asking the question, are you right, my friend? Joined in the box by Donnie Bell, and I think it's quite apt that we have you join us in the box, Donnie, as a former member of the forces yourself.
Absolutely.
Spending time, in fact, you've got
Larrakia Barracks.
Larrakia Barracks, yeah.
Which is Larrakia Naval Base, really.
Yep.
There's a very, very small army contingent, which I was a part of. It is predominantly Navy up there in the Northern Territory.
So I think we're just getting some assessment of this head clash. As we see, here's the replay again. Keeper had to come. I'm not sure actually what the keeper was doing there. He did really well. Now, if we had any VAR, we might have to go to the monitor for that, see if it went over the line. But I tell you what, he did really well getting back. Not sure what he was doing over there. Perhaps he was getting drawn in by a variation. Jesse Pinto just having a chat. Skipper, an able seaman for the Royal Australian Navy, former Timor-Leste national team captain, spent time, of course, we mentioned at the Jets.
Well, you saw Adrian Ben there just wandering away. He was quite upset with what the referee was saying, and you see a fairly vigorous exchange here with Jesse Pinto as well.
I'm not actually sure what they're complaining about. I didn't see any particular issue there. I mean, they're obviously arguing that Ligon's arm or Ligon somehow, but I mean, it was a fair contest of the ball, and I'm not sure what they're going to.
Well, I think the goalkeeper went. I'm not exactly sure what the ruling is, but he went back. He's got all balls.
He's got all rights to do it.
He has made some contact with the attacker, but I didn't see anything illegal in his challenge at all. And we are back underway after a drop. And they kicked that one out. So a bit of sportsmanship there, perhaps. So now we've got the corner. with Ben Wright. He wastes no time getting that one into the middle. I don't know whether there was a lot of communication there because it was straight to the Marines. They do have another opportunity. Again, they cross in towards the box. Shot from range. That's quickly disposed of. Navy still with the ball. They go back to try and set something else up. They've had the ball down this end for a little period of time, although a nice slide in there from Neves takes care of that challenge. And the Marines will get a chance to set their defence.
Not a lot of clean possession, Don. So it's been a bit frenetic at the start of this one. No real finesse at the moment.
No, there's not a lot of control from Navy there, just in that little passage of play. They had great territory, but weren't able to really control and create anything for their strikers. To see the Marines now trying to come forward. Now with Alvarez. Just out on the wing. He loses control of it.
Just about to say the crowd's gone out of it and then they start to chant again. Don, just before the game there was a big cohort of US Marines. They looked like they were all the lads behind that right-hand goal. I think they've all gone upstairs now into the grandstand and they're making a nuisance of themselves volume-wise, which is great to hear.
Absolutely. It's good to have atmosphere for this contest. Some good ball movement here from the Navy boys as they come forward, going into a dangerous sort of position there, Clifford, but great defence.
Just not the width on that cross that he wanted.
Going forward again, Jones has a crack
into the side of the net.
Into the side of the net.
Yeah, not a lot of width on that pass. He had to collect it from behind himself. It was a good play down that far edge. They've been dangerous down that far edge so far in this first half.
Wiggins gets us back underway. Marines again losing that ball up around midfield as they've done the last couple of possessions that they've had. They haven't been able to control it beyond that point. Navy just controlling possession these last few minutes. They've had all the ball, all the territory. Just trying to convert that into an opportunity they can turn into points. The Marines, I'm sure they'd just be happy to have a bit of ball underfoot, although the defensive error, losing control of that one, and the Marines have a shot and just misses. Well, that was a horrible mistake from Michael Slattery, and he almost paid the ultimate price.
He's just gone to sleep, and it was also bad comms from his teammates. So he had two on his left edge. And where was the voice to say, oi, hot, hot, hot? It's a bit of lackadaisy there. I think the keeper's done his best to try and get onto that and just close the angle there. It is a corner. I think it's the first one for the Marines. But you just feel at the moment that the first goal is going to come from something like that. So first corner for the Marines. What is it? It's, well, I haven't got it. No, I do have a 19.
Adrian Neves.
Adrian Neves, there you go.
You've got the numbers all over the place,
do.
so it's a little harder to work out. I've
done that.
sat behind you, looking over your shoulder, and written them down in some sort of order, but certainly difficult for the commentators as Neves crosses into the box. Cleared away well there by Navy. And really well now. They're looking to counter-attack on the back of that. Through Ben. Ben looking to get a few numbers forward though, so had to hold the ball up momentarily. They have the shot and just too high. The keeper had it covered all the way.
Not a lot of imagination at the moment.
No, that was there was no one really forward for Navy, and it was I'll have a go anyway. Was the attitude on that one, because they dropped everyone back for the corner and had an opportunity if they'd have been able to get a few people forward quickly, but not a lot of patience.
It's James Liggins again. Excuse me. Man in the green. Called on. The game started frenetically. You just feel like it's just settled into a bit of a rhythm at the moment. Yeah, not much clean possession. Again, more physicality. I like that. Make him earn it. It's not the first time it's happened.
Later in Eves, he's not real happy with that.
Well, I don't know why.
He's come in and he's just
like, get some of that. that's free kick every other week.
Nowhere near the ball. It was just looked for that contact.
So in the pre-game, we heard the ground announcer. He's just having a chat now because it's not the first time that's happened. I think he's just saying to having a chat with the captain, say, go back and have a chat to your charges, just cool their jets a bit. But we heard in the pre-game that Navy have currently hold this shield, for lack of a better term. I think it's a shield, for the last 2 years. Last year, the game ended up with just 20 on the park. So it was a bit spicy. Navy just managing to hold out. So there's a fair bit, I think, riding on this. And, of course, the Marines team went down earlier in the earlier fixture. Bit of spice. I like a bit of spice.
A free kick, an interesting spot here for Jesse Pinto. Probably a bit too far out to do anything overly adventurous. Lobs it into a dangerous spot, but there's never really anybody flooding onto that one. I don't know that's how they drew it up at training.
No, not great comms. There was no movement at the back edge there. Okay, we just need to watch that go over.
Yeah, that was almost like Jesse Pinto didn't agree with the free kick either and just decided to hand back over possession.
Again, more physical contact on halfway. But tries to spin out of that one. Get through ball. Plenty of pressure at the moment. Here's a good ball if he can turn and go. He can't. Just loses his feet and that'll be played back. The first time for a while that Brad Stout has been involved.
Oh, the first touch from William Ether. He looked to chase after his own ball there as soon as he hit it because he didn't think he got enough on it.
I think both teams are going to have to be on tonight because there's a fair bit of spice in this and they want to play frenetic football. Again, more physical contact. Love it.
It's a nice clearance, and Ben on this right edge, right wing, he's looked dangerous with a couple of touches that he's had. Looks to have some good skills. He might come into it again here as Hewitt pushing that one forward through the middle and getting up. James Liggins closes that down, kicks it into the crowd, and they love it.
And they absolutely love it. It was a heat-seeking missile.
Some good defence up forward. Taking the ball just on the edge of the box, but Navy come back out looking for a bit more room. Coming back to Pinto. He gets a couple of touches. Now with Parry. Parry, and here's a chance!
Oh, I think he might have touched that with his hand. He's offside. But again, like I said, Don, if you're just off just a little bit, I think in this game there's so much spice. They want to play at a frenetic pace. If you don't, that first touch is no good. You're going to find yourself in a bit of strife, I think.
The bounce of the ball there just seemed to sit up kindly for Navy. But as you say, catching a part of the hand, so maybe not quite as kindly as we first thought. Using that to sit it down in front of themselves. Certainly feels like Navy are controlling things fairly well. Although they are, to me, they look the more nervous defensively.
Yeah, well, they haven't had to do a lot of defending, but when they get down, they're a bit shabby at the moment. This is where the contest is mainly taking place in the middle of the park. That'll be another Marine ball. It was a frenetic start. It seems to have descended now to a bit of an arm wrestle here at Darwin Football Stadium.
Long throw in there from Badillo. Asked a question. Navy find the answer. Jesse Pinto there defensively, preventing the cross of Christian Alvarez. See Badillo again with this throw. He showed on that last one he can get some length on it, so it gives them an attacking option. Navy control it in the initial instance, but not clearing it very far. The Marines coming back up with it, although that entrance into the box comes up with nothing.
I must say that the USA cheer squad, if you were giving points, they'd be up significantly. Oh, that was a through ball there. You won't get to it though. The old USA chant seems to be seems to be winning significantly more than the Aussie.
I think they do have a few more
few more there.
Few more numbers.
Yep.
On the Navy side. They brought a host of fans with them. The Navy won't mind. They'll be quite happy to upset the majority.
Well, they came close last year, the Marines, I believe, so there's plenty in this. I'm not sure if the Shield's awarded on aggregate, but the women did win it 5-1. So we see a good ball here. If he can get his toe on this, he's taken down just outside the box.
Dangerous tackle. He's pointing to say that it is just outside the box there. Julian Badillo.
Yep. So, professional foul. It'll be interesting to see what happens here.
There is certainly a bit of
push
and
shove.
shove.
A lot of spice. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, I think it was Adrian Ben as well. Aiden Ben, that player I highlighted earlier on this right wing that's looked quite dangerous with a few touches. He got him behind.
He's going to have a chat to his assistant.
Well, the referee's got a big call to make. I don't know about you, Dave. I thought it was just outside the box.
100% it's outside the box, and I'm pretty sure that's not. I wouldn't thought that's what they're talking about. I think perhaps they're talking about the afters. Look, it was a professional foul. There's no doubt. In my mind, there's no doubt in my mind. He was the last man.
There's a card. What colour's the card?
It was a professional foul. He was last man. I don't know what the rules are in this particular form of the game. If it's last man in the other form, you know what colour it should be.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever any attempt to go for the ball. That was all just trying to take the player out. I think Julian Badillo might be in a bit of trouble. He's reaching into the pocket. He's got yellow. So perhaps a little lucky there.
He's very lucky.
And there's a few of the Marines boys that want some retribution for the Navy afters, but the referee's going to keep the pockets, keep the cards away for that. Lots of shakes of the head from Navy. I think it was. It is outside the box. I don't see what complaint they could have.
Definitely
have there.
outside the box.
Not going to be.
And I think just looking at Pinto's body language there, I think he is arguing where the free kick was. Again, we had better position. We got the camera. I mean, for me, I'd be arguing about the colour of the card.
Yeah, no, I think there's a few that are a little frustrated by that. It's still a dangerous position to have a free kick, regardless. Lockie Jones. From here, you'd imagine he'll have a crack. He'll would have practiced from similar positions on a number of occasions. The Marines setting up the wall. They're getting sent backwards a little bit further, as they rightly should. What has Lockie Jones got up his sleeve?
I cannot remember the last time they had what you'll call, I guess, a floor defender.
So Hewitt or Jones, who's taking the kick? Both in position. Either could pull the trigger here. Well, anything can happen. It's Jones moving in. He has to strike. Oh! The keeper gets down low and keeps it out.
Had to handle it twice. Just gets around the wall. Just got his hands to it and then had to scramble to clean it up at the back. But as is so often in this great game of football, Donny, you build up to a crescendo and then it's all just let out.
Well, again, quite often that happens. You build up to it, everything goes into that one moment, and then you relax for a second and all of a sudden there's one in the back of the net. So they've got a corner here, an opportunity once again for Navy. They cross again into the box and it's cleared out. Still a chance as Jones goes across, gets a push in the back.
I don't think he's got much to complain about there.
I think the ball was out by the time he got the shove. But
look, I think it was a bit of afters. You know, he made sure the referee saw it. There's no doubt about that. Went down pretty easy. Sack of spuds, as you would say.
Basketball flop.
Yep.
But the referee's not falling for it quite as easily as they do in some international competition.
Another good position, though. This is probably a better position for a cross.
They do get the free kick from out wide, and an attempt at the volley. Well, it had to be perfect, and they are way more difficult than the elite players make them look, as that one sprays over the top.
And it looks like we are only playing 40. Is that right? We are only playing 40. So that is half time. As the Navy boys say, come on, give us some. They're probably outnumbered in the stands. But it was a half of a bit of sugar and spice. Then all things nice, Donny Bell. Plenty going on. We actually have an interview. We have a halftime interview. If you can hear us down there, Axe. He's just putting his ears in. If you can hear us, Axe, we'll go down to you. You got Jesse Pinto, captain of the Navy, able seaman. Jesse Pinto, mate, can you hear us? Take it away.
Yeah, g'day Dave McRae. Once again, Jesse, I won't keep you long. A very tough start out there, very passionate football. And look, we've got no scores on the board at the moment, but just some really good football out there tonight.
Yeah, it's been really fast out there. We're really surprised by the way that they're coming at us, but we're going to be ready for it. We definitely haven't played as well as we want to, so hopefully we get that sorted in the second half and give the fans some goals.
And how do you see the second half?
I think we'll get the win. We've definitely been attacking. We've had our chances. We're just trying to get a bit of a flow throughout the game, and it hasn't happened just yet, but hopefully it'll happen in the second half.
Good luck, mate. Good luck. I'll let you go back to the squad. Good luck.
Thanks, Axe, and thanks to Jesse Pinto, the skipper of the Navy. And, sorry, Axe, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Dave. I was just, I guess, just reiterating what you were saying there. A big half coming up and some thoughts from the the Navy FFA captain, but certainly almost 700 strong crowd building here at the Darwin Football Stadium, so plenty of action coming up, and it's going to be a good half.
Great insight there from our good friend Axe down on the boundary to the Darwin Football Stadium. It is the second half coming up for actually, no, you're joined by your good friend there. Maybe we'll get some insight from other side of the camp, from the Marine side. What have you got to add for us?
Yeah, joining me, Mo, over to you. Just give us a bit of an insight from that first half.
It was a real intense first half. Team USA and Australia going back to back. I like to see the intensity. I know there's a little elbow shoving, but hey, that's part of the game. And you just see the passion between both teams.
Yeah, we might let you boys go. We'll have a quick break. Go get yourself. I reckon you need to go get yourself some fluid, get yourself some water, some Gatorade, because the second half, I reckon, it's going to be red hot. If the spice in the first half is anything to go by. So we're going to take a quick break. Currently, it is 0-0 at Darwin Football Stadium. It is Forces Football 2025. Don't go anywhere. We've got a great second half coming up. Welcome back. It's the second half of Forces Football 2025. If you just joined us, the Navy women took out the earlier game against the US Marines 5-1. In the first half, Donnie Bell, of this men's clash was full of sugar and spice, especially the last 10 minutes. We saw a yellow card. We had a debate of whether it should have been a different colour and a bit of afters as well. And we're expecting that to probably continue on in this second 40.
You said sugar and spice and all things nice, but there was a few things that weren't quite so nice in that first half as well. I'm hoping that the second half of this game, a little bit like the second half of the first game we saw, it really opened up in the second 40 of that first game, and a few goals were scored. Hoping to see some of that here in the second 40 of this one. 0-0 at the break.
Well, they probably both sides probably need a bit of discipline. I'm not talking about their interactions on the field, but a lot of loose ball, not a lot of really good possession. Most of the contest has been in the middle of the park, not a lot of finesse up forward, and we see a bit of a dance going on there. He's getting into it.
Colby Robinson. He's ready for a big night down on Mitchell Street, I'm sure. You'll find Colby Robinson if you're looking. It's with the Marines going forward for the first time. Pinto at the back, calm as ever. The captain for Navy. There's Robinson looking to control the ball off the head. Some contact there between the two nines. And Duenas, he's not too happy with it either. Again, I don't know how much contact there actually was here. It seems fairly minimal. He just makes contact with the lower body. Fair enough for the free kick, but I don't know whether the theatrics were called for there.
Yeah, not much in it, just a bit of afters.
Let's provide the first opportunity of this second half. So Marines wanted a little bit more depth, and dropping just in behind there was Alvarez. Christian Alvarez got himself into a dangerous spot, but he was noticed, and that was picked up by the defence of Navy, and they were able to control it without any real damage done. Navy going now to Pinto. Pinto goes straight back to the goalkeeper. Marines coming forward down, looking for the cross into the box. A little outnumbered, although they
strength.
Bit of power into a good spot, looking for an opportunity, waiting for the lane to open, and there's again just sticking out the foot, diffusing a dangerous situation. Navy all over it defensively. Out of a few, I think that's probably been the most likely avenue for an opportunity has been those the first touch from Navy at times. So there's some physicality here from Pinto. Again, the Marines, their crowd getting involved. They've shown enough physicality of their own, though. It hasn't been one way, that's for sure. Certainly not just all the Aussie boys trying to muscle up. There's been a bit each way.
I actually think there's been some fairly good hip and shoulders from the Marines, to be honest. I think they're winning that battle.
They've certainly been doing well in that physical stakes. Perhaps the captain Pinto trying to up the stakes for his side.
He is a he's a very physical player. He's actually quite a fit and strong specimen. Jesse Pinto, Abel Seaman Pinto, if you meet him. But if you ever speak to him, he's a gentle giant. It's quite it's what you always often find in sport. As we see a good opportunity now here for Navy. He just needs to find the shot in. There was no one at home, and it's a bit shallow. The angle was wrong on that one. Yeah, he's quite a softly spoken young man. He'd have plenty of stories to tell, being a former Australian youth player and then the captain of Timor-Leste, and now valiantly serving his country is Abel Seaman Pinto in the Australian Navy. Get in the middle of the park. A lot of area ball they're playing tonight.
It certainly has been a bit of that to start this second half. We've seen some good play here from Adrian Neves. He
didn't wait for the referee's whistle.
An air swing there from Duenas. And clearing that out. Rolano. Despite some protest from the crowd. Got to the ball first. Maybe trying to get to the ball first, but it's the Marines that control it. In and around the box, into the box it goes, but plenty of Navy defence. Able to control that situation.
Great crowd in for Friday night. What else are you going to do, Don? Friday night at the top end, dry season. Watch a bit of Forces footy.
Well, it's a great place to start.
Fresh area there. Just disguised that
I think
well.
that was like the goalkeeper diving well after it's gone past. And they're all having a bit of fun. That's what it's all about.
So I mentioned the first half. Experienced my first cracker night up there, Don, on Tuesday. It's a great experience.
I can tell you my brother-in-law almost lost digits this year. It wasn't his first, but
first loss of digit or first.
Oh, it was close. He's ended up with some nasty burns, as tends to happen when you play with crackers.
That's right. Well, I went down the waterfront, which is a great place to be, especially on cracker night, and it would have been about 7 different camps. None of them seemed to be in communication with each other, so the coordination wasn't there, so that made things quite interesting. But it was an absolute cracker of a night. There wasn't anywhere you couldn't, well, anywhere you would go that you wouldn't find something that that was entertaining, so to speak. As we see, a good through ball here, just lost the handle on that. Just let it go through the keeper.
Well, I can tell you that might just be cracker night. That it's only one night, but I'd be willing to bet they'll still be going off when we're up there, mate. So there's still every now and then there'll be a night in January where they'll be going nuts.
Well, it is an experience. There's lots of experiences at the top end. Good ball here. Can't get the handle of it. Falls to him. 23 shoots. Johan just didn't get the purchase on that. It was just chaos at the back from Navy. Jesse Pinto just on his haunches going, what just happened there? He's fallen over the defender, and it's just come off the arm of William Ether. Is Pinto gone down, has he?
Pinto's down. The referee was actually a little concerned.
He does have to strap
clutching at the hamstring. This would be a big blow for Navy if they do lead their captain, their leader. He's got a fair bit of strapping on there already. So it's something he's carried into the game.
I've got a feeling that just his reaction there on his haunches, I thought he was reflecting on that chaotic passage of play, but perhaps it was more so on the twinge he felt in his hamstring. And usually you can tell if you've done one that's bad, and maybe that body language gives us a bit of a signal of what it is.
Just adding more tape. He's got 8 rolls on his hamstring already. Put a 9th on, and he's good to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Should be right.
Just run it out. It is going to be a corner.
DJ doing a great job. Big crowd in tonight. That one must be a full house if it's 700 or 800 people.
Oh, and again, the lack of communication. They still managed to get the ball back. The good defence from Jones. Adrian Neves, he's come out for this second half. And
he's full of pepper.
Absolutely. A lot of energy. The big, strong body. And he's using that physicality to own the ball, to control the ball, which is something that I think the Marines have lacked in that first half. They weren't able to control the ball. They weren't able to get the ball past midfield very often.
That their physicality was implemented in different areas, probably the wrong areas in that regard. A lot of afters, etc. Whereas they do have, you can see, they do have quite a few big bodies in the side. They just need to be able to use that to their advantage in winning the tackle and winning the ball rather than coming through after the fact. As we let the crowd down.
They were all hoping for the big strike up forward.
Oh, good through ball, and he's offside.
Yep, that was a fairly quick, easy call from the assistant.
So we'll send some messages to pitch side. I know it's still a long time to go in this game, but I don't actually know what happens if it is a draw. Do they go to penalties? I'll just clarify that if you're watching at home. If you're watching overseas, I assume from our cousins across the Pacific Ocean, welcome to the coverage.
Certainly we need a winner. I know that much. We have to have a winner. I can tell you these two teams will not want to draw.
So I've had confirmation. Thanks, Axe on the sidelines. Jeez, he's good. It is penalty kicks if it is nil, etc. All here we go. Good 3 ball.
Could be 1-1.
Chips it over the top and just didn't have the radar on. Right idea. Probably had more time than he thought.
Robinson, fairway wide with that strike. As we hear the Aussie chant once more.
It is a lot better than the Aussie, I must admit. It is. The only time I reckon that was good was during the 2000 Olympics.
That was when it was invented.
Yes.
And it has not been. I don't think it was that good then.
No, I think we
the best they could come up with.
I think we presented it to the world and they thought, oh, that's pretty cool, and they heard it again and went, no, not so much.
Yeah.
It is. You have to admit, it is very Australian.
Unfortunately, it is. Yes.
like cracker night. Oh, of course, it is the 4th of July. Forgot to mention that. So tomorrow, our friends on the other side of the Pacific Ocean, they'll be celebrating their National Day, and they'll be having their own crackers going off, I'm assuming.
They certainly will.
Well, it's the Marines doing most of the attack in this first 13 minutes or so.
Yeah, they are. It feels a little bit like perhaps the ground might slope down in that general direction, because that's where most of the attacking has been. Although right now nobody seems to want the ball. Eventually Navy takes control.
I was just waiting for that. He was offside by a mile.
I mean, there were 15 players from the Marines that gave the signal before the assistant got in position to throw the flag out. Well, there we go. We've got a number 44 out there. I don't have that one on the list anywhere.
No 44 on my list either. Here we go.
Gets a good touch there. Does right. Doesn't get it back.
This has fallen over. Or has he? We've got afters, maybe.
It looked like he tripped over his
Looks like
own
it did. That's what it looked like
shoelace.
from my angle. We'll see it again. Oh, no, just a trailing foot there.
There's
And-
delayed reaction
Yeah.
to that contact.
What are we doing? Asks the director. I'm not sure what we're doing. We're just waiting for. I don't know what we're waiting for.
I think I've seen Matt Parry come into shot about 3 or 4 times, and every time he's shaking his head, bemused by whatever it is the referee is doing at any given moment in time.
Not sure. You'll have to forgive me. Not sure. We see Pinto there. It doesn't look like he's moving exceptionally freely, but failed to just clarify the referee's name for this game. I've seen quite a bit. He's a fixture up there at the top end of football.
James Liggins very well positioned on that occasion. Bumps it forward quickly and a whistle again. And it's Navy that seemed frustrated with their call. It's going to be an offside call. I'm not sure what the remonstration was there from the Navy players, given they're the ones that have got the call in their favour. Well, there's a. Do you call that a shot on goal? I don't know that you do. From Lachlan Jones, just heading it very, very kindly towards the keeper for a bit of
Not sure
bit of
that'll make a
practice.
stat. Don.
A slide in there from Slattery. Has come up with the
It's
ball.
all happening.
Plenty of defenders. Is that one on the head? Porter able to gather it for Navy. Comes to Slattery. And that left wing. Penetrating ball. And again, James Liggins, he's
Just
been
comes
very
straight
well
out, doesn't he?
positioned.
Comes straight out. Hasn't had to do a lot, but as we say, some substitutions, I should say, coming on. Looks like Joshua Newman. Is that? Not sure who that is. We don't have a name there. Is that Pinto?
It does look like Pinto
I think it
coming
is.
off.
The skipper has come off.
The hamstring
He's
has had
not-
enough for
yes, he
one
doesn't
game.
look like he's in great spirits, so it possibly is an injury.
Well, it's a big blow. That one just coming off the hand.
So I'm not sure we're playing injury time, Don. So it doesn't make a difference when it's 0-0. But we didn't play injury time in the women's game. We definitely did not play injury time in the first half. So
Plenty of time remaining. And Clifford goes forward. Tom Hewitt with the free kick. And the set piece hasn't been a huge feature, but that's a nice shot and a goal! Into the back it goes, and it's Colby Robinson. Willie was dancing to start the second half, and look at his moves now.
Oh, what a goal, Donny Bell. This is really well placed. There's no doubt this was a set play. Chips that up at the back. You just see him lurking here. He's coming in. heads it down to that position. Marking was terrible. He was given an acre of space. All he had to do, deft touch down to the keeper's left foot, and it was always going in the back of the net. Clearly a set play. It's come off well, and Navy, and I'm going to suggest, out of nothing, have all of a sudden taken the lead.
You know, it's funny, isn't it? I thought they were the better team in that opening 40, had the better of territory and opportunities. This second half, it has been completely the other way. It's been all the Marines, and the first real opportunity that Navy have had, they've turned into a goal. I'd also say the set piece from both teams has been fairly average.
Yes.
It doesn't look like they've had a lot of time to work on it. That was phenomenally worked.
That was fantastic. Again, not great marking at the back there to allow Robinson to come through that much space, but really well worked, deft kick to that right edge, and just to be able to head it down the right spot to allow Robinson to pounce on it. There's another opportunity now for the Navy. It's chaotic at the back. They just want to hack it out. Half an attempt.
Well, they had the numbers there, but two defenders almost kicked each other instead of the ball.
He's dragged Axel Avena over, and that should be a Marine ball.
Well, once again, we have a
stoppage.
Pause for there's
substitutions.
Have you seen that take place? Jordan Rodriguez sprinting out onto the field. Axel Avena looks like he's going off as well.
So I have confirmation, thanks Ax, that it is injury time being played. So, which is important now that we have a score on the board. So I'd expect that the Marines now will play a bit of a high press. They were playing a higher press in that first half. Again, an aerial ball.
Go looking for that equaliser.
Again, that contact is still physical.
Again, though, Josh Newman, that just for a moment said yours and then realised it was actually his responsibility. Yeah. That momentary pause gives this opportunity, although the Marines running out of room.
The crowd loves it, so do I.
Well, Adrian Neves, look at him trying to pump up the crowd.
Yep. I think if anything's going to happen, he's going to be somehow involved in it. So he doesn't look like he has the most silky touch, but he is a physical presence, which I think is what they need at the moment. Very
physical. He just wanted to hold the ball and knock over whoever came near him, and he did exactly that a few times before giving up the free kick.
The Marines have got a big cohort there on the bench, assistant coaches. That just went nowhere. Bronx cheers from the crowd. They're getting fired up.
I think there might be a few saying insufficient intent there, but different sport, of course.
It is the Marines. It is the Marine side is definitely, they're on the right, so that's where most of the noise is coming from. It's a good night out for that cohort out of the barracks at the Darwin Footy Stadium. Oh, I'm not sure about that one, referee, but you're the man on the spot. I think he's just used, Mendez just used his strength there, I thought. We'll see it again on replay. Yeah, maybe a foot. I thought it was the physical challenge of the arm, but no, it was the foot, trailing foot there. So again, more delays. We don't have any subs. We just have
they're trying to make a sub here. The Marines.
Yeah, they are. There you go. Two coming off.
Johan coming on. Wheezy.
I like the single names.
There's a couple. There's a couple
single names. Yep.
Wheezy and Finkel. That's all we've got.
I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be addressed that way in the Marine Corps, but that's all right. They're allowed to on the football field. Comes off his line again. Liggins has been pretty good at the back. He hasn't been tested too much in this second half. But again, Navy...
He'd be filthy with his defence at the goal.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
100%,
conceded.
absolutely.
A bit of a tangle.
Getting more physical. You just feel like something's going to break. And there's a card, is there?
I think that's going to Eli Duenas. He's been in a few little altercations in this second half. We've actually seen the two nines, Robinson and Duenas, come together a few times as well. That time just a little over-vigorous.
Yeah.
Very losing a bit of patience. Navy boys looking to keep their composure. It's Newman. And with the ball and the throw in. Trying to find some pace, and they managed to find it, the cross in. They'll get the corner. Lockie Jones couldn't get the cross in for the shot, but he will earn his side the corner.
Not entirely sure what he was trying to do there. Rodriguez just needed to put himself in between the ball and the forward. There's the shot in. It's just lacklustre and well dealt with by James Liggins. They want to go fast, but that's going to go out on the far side.
And the Marines, at some stage you would think in the not too distant future will want to up the tempo to look for this equaliser.
Do you get the feeling that
a bit more?
Yeah, do you get the feeling that it is the bar is rising a little bit, the temperature is rising, it's just starting to simmer. I just don't think it's come together for them quite yet, and we've seen a lot of this. Well, it's frustrating to watch at the moment because it just stopped starting. I can imagine it's even more frustrating for those on the park, and you can see that frustration coming out.
Well, even when they're getting the call go their way, Tom Hewitt wanted to play advantage.
Yes, yeah. It's about 13 minutes change. We're only playing 80. We are playing 80 plus time on.
Across to Liggins. Pretty assured in everything he's done so far tonight. Can only get the ball up as far as midfield. He was outnumbered, outgunned there, Jones. Marines come away with it. Accidental backheel flick that worked out okay for the Marines, but they lose it once again up around that midfield spot. Liggins, he came forward, he's out of position, and if the cross had got over the top of Liggins into any naval foot,
but
it
again,
was danger.
You just touched on that just a few seconds before. His positioning has been good, and just putting himself in that right line there. He did have to turn on the run to kick that in. Just the experience showing there to be in that right line to collect that.
Absolutely. Even when he made the mistake, he came forward too quickly. He was able to adjust and get in the line of the cross, and it hit him right in the chest. So he knew exactly where it was going to go.
So it is 1-0 to the Navy side, but he does feel like there's a few more chapters to be written in this one. In the middle of the park, here we go. Marines haven't really had much, especially in this second half. They're going to concede that over the touchline. Some Bronx cheers from the
I love it every time the ball goes into the crowd. There was some conservative defence there from Navy. Just hack it out. Now they concede the corner. We talked about how the set piece hasn't been.
What can they do on their set piece here, Don?
It hasn't been great from the Marines, but it wasn't great from Navy either until it was.
Variation. Again, physical presence. How is the referee going to see that? He's going to see that as a goal kick.
All good.
Tom Hewitt, just strong.
Yeah, very strong. Very good defence. Didn't get a touch on it. And, saw it across. And he had a chance that was down in a dangerous area. It comes to absolutely nothing for the Marines. There was no anti-climax that time.
Oh, that's a dangerous one. You had to head of that. Again, I've been impressed with Licken's game today. He's just the things that he's done. Oh, that might come off there. Well, no, it won't. There's plenty of instructions being bellowed at from the sidelines, and that's another strong challenge.
Tom Hewitt let Eli know about it as well.
It's the emotion to calm it down there, and that's not going to help.
No.
That's a very hard first touch.
There was no Bronx cheer on that one.
There wasn't either.
I don't think they quite liked that as much as some of the others they've seen.
Speaking of first touches, not great. Ducks inside, needs some support, needs some strength. Drag down. Nunez, Lili was caught out there, didn't disguise it enough.
Well, he's already got one yellow, so
got to be careful.
Yeah,
as we said in the pre-game, we heard that last year it ended with just 20 on the park, so 2 red cards.
Keeps that in.
Oh, he's got some pace.
He's just lost his footing at the wrong time.
Has he called a free kick?
I think he has.
He has.
Lachlan Jones, another that has looked dangerous on a few occasions. James Liggins, I don't think he can believe the call.
Or it might have been 50-50.
Yeah, it just seemed well after he'd got past his man, and then he realised he wasn't going to get to the ball. All of a sudden he hits the deck. Perhaps lucky to get that call, but can they take that luck and convert that into something? This is a really dangerous spot for a free kick. Navy, they'll have players flooding in from everywhere, and Liggins
does well
on the spot once again.
Good, it was somewhat of a variation. It was read really well. He's kept his nerve. The counter-attack is slow though, and ended up being cleaned up easily. What is the referee going to say here? I don't think there was much in that. Although, good friend Adrian Neves, who we've spoken about a few times, he disagrees.
Well, he's got the yellow here, Colby Robinson.
Yeah, there you go. So the replay doesn't lie. I'll tell you what, he's probably lucky there's no VAR there, I reckon. So the docs come on, and this will be a blow if he can't get up and take a further part in this game. As we mentioned, how important we think he's going to be in the closing stages of this one. Is he up?
He's up. He's okay.
I'm going to suggest that he's just got to pocket that one, Don. Or is he coming off? He might be coming off. He is coming off.
He's trying to lift the crowd.
Yeah. So he has come off. He looked disappointed. That is a blow, I think, for the Marine side. He was a physical presence out there, and the game is definitely getting more physical by the minute.
Liggins with the fake.
The fourth official on getting involved as well on the sidelines. Referee from the women's game. She's doing her best to keep control of the ruly benches. We have another delay. I'm not sure. I think, again, the referee having to have them chat now to the Navy camp. So everyone just calm down a bit.
Well, he was right over it, having a chat to the benches.
Well, I'm not sure if the bar's open, Don. If it is, I think it's being well used.
I am sure the bar is open. So
it's being well taken care of, I think, at the moment.
I think if the bar wasn't open, you would know about it.
Long ball at the back there. No one. There's hands up. I don't know what they're calling for.
There's a bit of a scrap.
It's on. It is on. We couldn't see it from our angle. The Marine cohort, the supporters, they thought, well,
Cineros is involved. I'm not sure who the Navy defender that's down. Not sure who that is.
There was some afters.
Well, it's threatening to absolutely explode here.
Well, I've just seen that that contact has been made between the 10. Francisco Marie de Villa has made some contact with one of the support staff for the Navy, and he hasn't taken kindly to that. The man from the Navy, the support staff, he's just turned and had a chat. I don't think it was anything, I think it was just accidental, but as I said, it's likely that all these blokes, regardless of whether they're wearing the blue or the white, do know each other in some form. So they spend quite a bit of time with each other, and you could see that in the women's game. You had the Navy and the Marines. They were like they were best mates. Smiles and hugs all around.
And Cisneros over having a chat to the referee. I think it might be Matthew Parry that is the Navy player down receiving some treatment.
Yeah, I think it is the 6th, Matthew Parry. So again, I'm really interested to know how much injury time is going to be added to this, because I reckon we've had a good 8 minutes plus of stoppage time. He's having a chat now to Tom Hewitt. He's been in everything.
Adrian Neves back out there.
He's back
as well.
out there. And the crowd chanting "Stop the clock." It's not how it works in football. Clock keeps running. The referee decides how many more minutes will be played after regulation time. Some of them are on their feet already.
Well, I mean, what's the world record for injury time? We might be into that.
We might be close to it, because we've had significant number of stoppages.
25 minutes of injury time.
We actually, and now that we've spent a few minutes talking about it, we've only got 2 minutes of regulation time left in the game. So very soon the referee will motion to the side how much extra time he's going to add, and I'm going to suggest...
Well, he might need to take his boots off.
Yes. I'm going to suggest that there's one portion of the crowd that isn't going to like it. I reckon he could say 15 minutes and he'd probably still get Bronx cheers from one section of the crowd. And I'm just thinking, I'm not sure our scoreboard will be able to handle double-digit injury time, but we'll see what happens as we inside the last 90 seconds of regulation time now. We may end up bleeding into regulation time if we can't get this play underway. Now we're in the last 60 seconds plus change. Long ball, that just goes straight over the line.
Well, now we are seeing some urgency from the Marines.
The referee doesn't want it though.
No, these...
They've got some more subs coming on.
Subs. Marcus Alvarez, who was a player with the urgency, he's actually been told he's going off.
And it looks like Navy are changing their keeper. So Matt Jacques, 23 with the gloves, is coming on. So they're actually changing their keeper. And there he comes, the big unit. He's done pretty well up to this stage. Brad Stout comes off.
Kept a clean sheet. Ordinary touch there, and the Marines will win it through midfield. They go forward, but plenty of defence there for Navy.
So we just wait for the referee signal to say how much more time will be added. We don't know yet.
And Neves it was going forward, and he wears some good contact. He's given out plenty, and he wears a bit on that occasion. Sharks now. There's a keeper coming on just into injury time. Might be needed in a big moment.
So after all that, Don, just 4 minutes of added time, would you believe?
4 minutes. A couple of touches here for Jacques.
Well, I just feel like they're throwing everything at him now.
They've just got to flood forward. They might want to bring their keeper up. James Liggins might be up forward before you know it. Flicking that inside.
No difference between losing 2-0 and 1-0.
Caballero, he wanted the ball. Doesn't get it. So the referee takes another look over towards the timepiece. Some physicality. Merida Villa. Oh, Neves. That one's wide, but still in, and they clear it away. Navy get back there. They wanted it more. Cicerenos. Couldn't do what he wanted with it. Again, hacked out by Navy. They lead 1-0.
Tell you what,
couple of minutes left in injury time.
I reckon the Navy crowd, or the Marines crowd, it's quiet as they've been. The tension in the air.
They're looking for this late equaliser. Flicked up. Arellano. Oh. And the Navy clear it up to Liggins. He's a long way up. Not quite as far up as we would like him. A chance now for the Marines, but the defence of Navy, they get numbers there and clear it away. The Aussie competing with the USA
chant. Probably the
chant.
best it's been all night. It's easy when you're 1-0 up. We're inside the last 60 seconds if the extra time is correct.
Daniel Arellano waiting for the go-ahead. Charging out into the middle goes Aiden Ben.
Oh, well cleaned up.
And that goes nowhere. We reset, we do it again. Flicking that one up. Caballero. Back to Liggins. He's coming even further forward with each passing moment. The Marines with a little chip into the box and cleared away again by Navy. Lachlan Jones it is. Flooding this back half. Looking towards Arellano, but he's unable to get to it. Kick down towards Liggins. Liggins, he's got a few Navy players right up in his face. The throw in there from the Marines commentator. Everybody searching for this equaliser from the Marines. Liggins gets his instructions from the referee. He looked to thump it forward, just looking for a head, anything. He finds the feet.
Still
the
running.
Australian Navy.
I haven't seen the referee check his watch yet.
Well, time is against them. The bouncing ball. Oh, Navy with plenty of numbers. The strike from a long way out.
Well dealt with, and he can take as long as he wants. He hasn't had to do much. He's only been on the park for 5 minutes. Matt Jacques. Surely they've done enough. The Navy.
Well, now a chance to make it 2-0 perhaps, although getting back Liggins. Now with Hewitt. Hewitt crosses at Liggins. Liggins comes up with it. He thumps it forward. Just moments remaining. Navy again going forward. The Marines looking for one last chance, but too much speed there from Navy.
They just want it more. They just want it more, Don.
Well, they're just going at a faster pace. Caballero. He doesn't seem to know that Navy want it more.
I think. There it is.
There it is. And the Australian Navy, they beat the US Marines 1-0 in a scrappy yet enthralling encounter.
Physical, spicy, energetic. I'll give it that as well.
It sounds like Parat Markets Luxor, mate.
And really well supported at the stadium. The Marines, well, they may not have brought the win, but they've definitely brought the cavalry in the stands. They brought the noise. They have won that battle, that is for sure. And for a third year running, it is the Navy team, the Rand team that have claimed, and of course we're going to play some Jimmy Barnes.
Absolutely. When the Aussies win, this is what we do.
So I believe we're going to have a chat, potentially. Ax will have a chat to the captain of the Marines side, who I think they threw everything to kitchen sink at Navy in that last 10 minutes or so, but Navy just seemed like they wanted it more, and in the end they just held out. They did well. So you can see we're going to have a chat. And we will stick around for the presentations of both the men's and the women's, so don't go anywhere. But at the moment, we might go downstairs. Axe, if you can hear us, mate, we will throw down to you for the remainder of the presentations, mate. But what an enthralling game, Don.
Absolutely was. Yeah, fantastic contest, and I think you summed it up perfectly.
Oh, what a phenomenal
Action,
end
take it away.
to such a passionate game down here at the Darwin Football Stadium. Looks like we do have the captains on their way to us. We've just got to let them do a few formalities over with the squad and celebrate, of course, Australia, the Navy FFA and the USA. The captain is on his way now. I'm going to hand over to my offsider Mo, who's done a fantastic job down here, keeping us up to date on the sideline. But over to you, Mo, and I'll leave you with the captain of the USA.
And we've just lost him, unfortunately. So we're going to run some highlights. We'll see if we can get that back. I think we're making some changes for the presentation. So unfortunately, we've lost the audio on that, which is bad timing from us, as we just make some changes for the presentation. We're moving the camera, so I think we've unplugged that. So as we're seeing the highlights of the game, especially in the first half, the Marines, I have to say, I think you mentioned this, Don, the Marines seem to have more of it. And there's the goal. It was a great set piece in the end. He did really well. So waiting for the presentations. We'll see if maybe we can grab those interviews after the presentations. We just have to reel on our cameras, etc., on the ground for the presentations. But again, plenty of highlights from this, and we saw quite a few players go down with injury. Again, it was really physical. We're expecting it to be physical, and it would have been good to have a chat to Adrian Neves, and maybe we can have a chat to him. We'll be able to hear from him later on. But he didn't get the finish. Or did he finish the game? Because he came back on, didn't he?
He did. He was off for a moment. But yeah, I mean, I thought he did everything he could, particularly early in that second half. He was everywhere. We've talked a number of times about how physical that contest was, and I thought both captains were at the forefront of that.
Absolutely.
So
well, you lead from the front, don't you?
Adrian Neves, and also for the Marine side, Pinto was very physical until he went off. Because I think we're plugged back in again.
And then we are plugged back in, yeah. I think the moment is gone. But we're at ground level now for the presentations. And as we've seen the highlights, plenty of them. And, there's the goal again. It was fantastic. It was probably, you mentioned, Don, their set pieces weren't great, but that was a great set piece. And we see some of the highlights from early in the day from the women's game. That was the first goal of the game, was an own goal. And it came from, well, after a really significant period with a Navy-dominated corner. I think they had almost 10 corners, and eventually I said the dam would break, and it did with an own goal. But it was the second half where the Navy girls, they came out, and this athlete here, Wilkes, was just sensational down the far edge. She was unstoppable. I think she would have had 3. There's the second goal assist. I think in the end she got one herself. Absolutely fantastic. I really want to see who gets named player of the match from that perspective. That's the goal that came from the captain, Neve, for the Marines. And plenty of goal action. And again, the Navy girls, for the third year in a row, have taken the cookies. So there's a fair bit of work to do from the Marines' perspective. It is, however, I think they're always going to be one leg behind when it comes to this competition, because they are a rotational force. So they do change.
It's not going to be the same players coming back year after year.
Exactly. So whereas the Navy boys and girls, I mean, they are stationed there for a considerable period.
Yeah, a little bit more stability in their side.
So it is significantly more difficult for the Marines team, as we see the combines come together. I was just saying, Don, during the women's game, it is a significant part of Forces life, the sporting activity, and the Defence Forces do really well to nurture it and develop it and provide the resources for it. It's one of those parts of being in the Defence Force that helps you build those great relationships, because for many of these young men and women, they are spending time away from home. It is a new home for them, and to be able to come out and somewhat represent your country in this regard, because you've
again, being part of the Forces is so. There are so many similarities between being part of a sporting team.
Yes,
there is that camaraderie, that mateship, that understanding between your teammates that is required to be successful in both areas.
And trust. Be able to trust you're trusting your fellow service personnel, but you're also trusting your teammates. And as well, just might go down and have a listen to some of the post game.
We've got a few thank yous. One again for the US Marines is Chaplain Alan Bay here. Can you come out here, mate, please, mate? Alan's been our point of contact for about a good few months now, and he helped JC get this thing together and really good in contact with you guys. Thank you. We've got an incredibly rare shirt here for the chaplains to wear around the face. G'day Naomi, how you going? The next thank yous for our guys is for young Manny. Manny, come up here. He washes the shirts, picks up the bibs, gets the water, tidies up. He's an absolute legend. Thanks, Manny. Is Ozzy still here? Ozzy? No, I think. Can you give him a shout? Next one is NT Football. So we're very fortunate to be able to come here every year and play in this incredible stadium. We've done it for 3 years now. So NT Football for Paul and Albert, we really appreciate support and the shoes is a great venue. Thank you.
Just want to say to Navy FFA guys for your support. Matt Jackson putting this together 3 years ago. Marines, what you delivered tonight is exceptional and definitely a show. So thank you so much for getting behind this as well. Thank you.
And the last one this evening is for Chief Matty Jakes, right? Who's with today, Matty. So if it wasn't for Matty, this whole thing would not exist. It was his idea, and he creates this every year and makes it the success that it is. So we would all like to pass on our thanks to Matthew, and Paz has got a few words for him and a gift.
Howdy, mate. We know you love a bit of public awards and recognition, so on behalf of the playing group, for both men and women, we've brought this ball all the way from Sydney. We've signed it as a memento for 2025. On behalf of the Navy FFA playing group, men and women, we thank you very much for everything you've done here, and we continue to do for Navy football, and obviously football NT, and congratulate the NT, obviously the US Marines here making the effort to put on a brilliant game tonight for both men and women. Yeah, thank you very much, Matty. Thank you. I'll keep this one short and sweet. Realistically, it's the support of everyone here. It's not just me, it's the entire team. But you know what? Thank you very much, guys. And thank you Marines, Adam, I wouldn't have been able to achieve this without you, mate, so thank you very much. And that Navy shirt looks fucking amazing with you already, so well done. And let's have a few beers tonight, guys, and celebrate. Thank you.
All right, we're going to do the shield presentation now. If we can get Colonel Jason Armas to come forward and help us present the shields. Firstly, to the captain of the women's side for the Navy FFA. Congratulations again, girls. Great win. A great feeling for everyone else as well. And the shield for the men's, again for another year to Navy FFA. Bring it there to Jesse. All right, yep, let's get a big group photo. We'll get the two teams, both of you, all of you in there. But thank you so much to all our spectators for coming down here tonight. The footy has really stepped up this year.
Well, a fantastic night, full house here at Darwin Football Stadium. And I'm remiss of me not to mention 23 who came on, Matthew Jakes, who is literally the man behind this whole thing. So runs Neptune, managing director of Neptune Holdings, which of course is a veteran's business, a veteran himself, and I think it's great that the team subbed him on for the last 5 minutes in recognition, and he actually got involved in it as well. So as we see all of the players, all of the officials, all of the coaches come together on what was a fantastic night for football. Don, have you got? I hope we're involved in this again. Thanks again also to Matthew. Thanks to Albert for getting us involved in this, and hopefully it's a start of a beautiful friendship.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. One of my favourite bits was not on the pitch at all. It was listening to the crowd.
Yes,
the crowd were really involved.
Absolutely.
The atmosphere there seems like something that you just want to be a part of.
Yeah,
it's been great to call and a lot of fun.
All right, well, that's a wrap from us at Darwin Footy Stadium. It's been a fantastic Forces football tournament for 2025. It has been the Navy. A reasonably dominant performance in the women's, but I tell you what, a nail-biting win in the men's. We're going to bid you adieu from Darwin Footy Stadium. We're looking forward to the next game in 12 months' time, but for now, it's good night and goodbye.